My name is Dan Lukens. I'm here accepting the award on behalf of Kathleen Lukens, posthumously, and on her behalf. I would describe her as a woman who was arrogant enough to believe that she could change the world, and eloquent and passionate enough to convince people that she could. She left my siblings and I with my grandparents, and she went to a rally in Washington where she heard Dr. King give his I Have a Dream speech. Something was wrong, and we wanted to be part of trying to make it right. I think the thing that really inspired her to be an activist was being told by professionals and the people who were supposed to be advising her that her son belonged in an institution, that she should write him off. And it was really that conversation that drew her ire and I think inspired her to be an activist on behalf of people with disabilities. Visited Letchworth Village in 1971 with Congressman Mario Biaggi, and she wrote a very moving piece about her experiences there. And she basically said, you couldn't see what I saw and not commit yourself to making it better. They formed the camp because their children were not welcome in other camps, and that they weren't welcome in most places in mainstream society, and that for the most part, if a child had a significant disability, they were relegated to an institution, a dark place where they were mostly forgotten. People from the center contacted my mother to ask, well, our community needs a women's shelter. We need a place for battered families. We need a place of refuge for people recovering from domestic violence. Help us to know how to start an organization, what to do. And so my mother's advice, according to the story, was that start with the need. When my mother was developing the Camp Venture summer camp, they went around to some of the area schools to say, well, could we run this camp in the summer? And the response from at least one of the schools was, oh, we don't need a camp like that because there aren't any kids like that around here. And so, when I think of the center, imagine you probably heard the saying, oh, there's no battered women around here. Nobody abuses their wife or their girlfriend. There's no domestic violence. That doesn't exist here. Well, wherever you think it doesn't exist, that's where it is. That's where you look for it. Were my mother alive today, I think she would have a lot of concerns about the role of women in the modern culture, the direction of our country. I think hers would be a very strong voice on behalf of the rights of women, the rights of devalued people, and our sense of humanity.